Hello everyone, I'm Bella Cheney. Today I'm talking about selling Sunset. Christine Quinn's husband arrested again for domestic violence, just one day after an alleged domestic violence incident. Richard was arrested for violation of a restraining order on Wednesday night. Richard returned to the home he shares with the former Selling Sunset star and their 2-year-old son, but it's unclear who called the cops. He was released Thursday on $30,000 bond, records show. The 44-year-old entrepreneur allegedly injured his son on March 19 while attempting to throw a glass bottle at Quinn. Now Richard is clearly out of control. Richard was charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Officers responded to the couple's residence in the Hollywood Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles for a domestic incident. Victim and suspect were involved in a domestic dispute when the suspect threw a bag containing a glass bottle at victim, missed but hit the victim's child, causing injury, a spokesperson for the LAPD said. Quinn and Richard's son, who turns 3 in May, was treated at scene by paramedics, according to the officer. A source told E! News that paramedics suggested the boy get treated at a hospital, so Quinn took her son to the emergency room. Photos showed Richard handcuffed outside his home in a bathrobe and no shoes. He was released on bond on March 20th. An emergency protective order was put in place, which Richard violated. Hours after he was released from jail, Richard went back to the house and Richard was booked on a misdemeanor charge. The LAPD confirms that officers responded to a radio call, but it's unclear who contacted authorities. Richard is due in court on April 11th. Christine Quinn's husband, Dumontet, is trying to turn the tables after he was arrested for allegedly assaulting her because he's running to court for protection. It looks like Richard is out of control. It looks like they will have to lock him up until his court date before he obeys the restraining order. Dumontet just filed for a temporary restraining order that seeks to enforce a legal force field around him, something he says is more than necessary considering what she's alleged against him to police, including domestic violence, which Dumontet completely denies. Dumontet tells a very different story over what allegedly occurred last week when he was hauled away by police officers in his bathrobe. According to him, the argument erupted over what he says are 2 dogs of theirs, which Dumontet says are not housebroken and who apparently crap and piss all over the place all the time inside their home. Dumontet claims Christine refuses to have them trained. Richard, instead of going to jail, just hire a trainer for the dog. I don't buy that story. It is a lot more going on. Somebody is usually cheating for temperatures to be flaring to the point of jail. Dumontet claims that he discovered the 2 dogs had urinated all over some valuable belongings of his, even though he says he'd blocked off this area of the house from the dogs, and when he went to confront Christine about it, he says he found her in their bedroom with a bunch of cleaning supplies, and a bunch stuff strewn about all over. Dumontet says he became angry and picked up a trash bag on the ground which he claims was full of soiled rags and paper towels and threw it against the wall in frustration. He denies throwing this bag at Christine as she claimed to police officers, and he also denies throwing the bag at their young son. More importantly, Dumontet says the bag was absolutely not filled with glass, something we're told was relayed to cops by Christine. Once the bag was thrown, Dumontet claims he tried to escort his son away from all the chaos, but alleges Christine snatched the kid up and holed up in another room in the house. Dumontet says that before he knew it, cops came in with guns raised, and he was arrested, all over what he claims were lies told by Christine in terms of what happened. Dumontet alleges Christine filed a false police report and fabricated the DV allegations against him to gain the upper hand in a potential divorce, not to mention custody of the boy. He also claims she wanted to embarrass him with all this, which is why she got cops involved. A judge has yet to approve his TRO request. Dumontet, if you are listening, move on. Get the divorce. Thanks for listening. I'm Bella Cheney with International Entertainment Promotions.